In this video, we will be working with picture libraries and creating graphic images in EasyBuilder Pro. So let's get started. Let's start out by opening an instance of EasyBuilder Pro. And we're going to create a new file. And we're going to use my personal favorite, CMT3090. And in this example, we're not going to bother with the driver or anything, because we're just going to do some offline simulations. So a new addition in some of the later versions of EasyBuilder Pro is the Picture Library tab. And it's just a quick way to get to the libraries. And you've got your project library here, and all the libraries that I have actually uploaded and available. Just got a few standard ones here. Another way to get to the picture library is actually through an object, through the shape tab on any kind of word or bit lamp or a button, switch, or a static image. And we're just going to open that up right now and go to Picture Library. And this brings up our Picture Manager. And here, as you can see, we've got two tabs. We've got our Library tab. And this defines the, this is where we can choose the available libraries. If I wanted to add another one to my list, I could click New, and it would bring me to the last library register I was in. And as you can see, I've got several downloaded here, different ones that I've downloaded off the website. So pretty cool. We've got all our libraries, so I'm just going to select something to demonstrate that. So anyway, under our project tab is where we can we store our current libraries that we're using in a project, and we can also make new graphic objects. And to do so, we just click the Add New Picture button, and you see it added a new one here, and it's highlighted in yellow. And as you can see over here, there aren't any images yet. So there's a couple ways we can add some images to our new picture. We can go to another one and we can copy it from there and paste it into ours. We can also put blank or transparent spaces. And I want to show you, you can change the color of the background here to sort of match the one you got going on in your project, so you can sort of see what it's going to look like on the background. See what a dramatic difference that is with all of these. So that kind of gives you a little better idea of what they're going to look like. You can always delete those out of there if you like. You can go into your library tab and pick a picture from your out of one of your libraries and bring it over here and paste it in to one of your states. You can add as many states as you like. So for example, if you were doing an image for to display a bit state, you would only need two. But if you were doing for example, a word lamp, you may need several to display the state of that actual word register. So another way we can do it, let me delete that out, is we can add a new one from our hard drive or another source. And I've got several images here that I've saved in this file to play with today, and they can be in any format. It can be a GIF or a bitmap image, or so on and so forth. So I just went on the internet and grabbed some random GIFs to display in our deal today, and then I also did something kind of interesting. I captured a screenshot of a PLC program, a simple PLC program, and enhanced it. I cropped it and enhanced it in Paintbrush, and saved it as a BMP image. Now, the cool thing about that format is you can actually enable a transparent color. So right now I've selected white, which was the background. So in this image, the only thing that will show will be the actual rung that I copied out of the PLC code. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that one so I can show you some interesting things. Click OK and OK. So now you can see in our project we have that image, and there's no white, it's all transparent. I'm going to go ahead and change the background color of our screen to a lighter color, so the numbers show up a little better. Now that's all real nice, but let's make it do a little something. So I'm going to go ahead and add a bit lamp, and I'm just going to use an internal bit for this example. I'm going to go to the Shape tab and Picture Library, and I'm looking for, just go to these backgrounds, and we'll use a red for the first date. I'm going to copy that. We'll make a new one here, and I'll paste it in, and then we'll go to green for the second state, copy it, we'll paste it in. Now I'm going to resize this. I'll put that there. And I'm going to go ahead and send that to the bottom. Now, as you see, as the state changes, that changes. I could even do a little other type of graphic or whatever you wanted right there. So that's just a real simple way to do something really neat. You can also, as I mentioned, you can add animated GIFs. Address that to 1. Tell you what, I'm going to address that to 10. And I'm going to make another new one. And I'm going to import this picture here. And as you can see, there's this cool GIF image. So go ahead and click OK. And there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a blank state, and I'm going to move that to state 0, and our image is state 1. Click OK. Put it right there. And I'm just going to put a couple of toggles here real quick so we can cycle these things off and on. And we'll go ahead and run an offline simulation. And we'll toggle that on, and you can see our state changes and our GIF shows. Here you can see our rung state changes, just like our graphics and our PLC software might look. So you can do a lot of cool stuff. You can be creative. In this scenario, I can imagine having a fan with a still state, or a turning state, or maybe a compressor when it's running and not running, or a conveyor, or an auger in the off and on states. There's a lot of good stuff you can do with some readily available tools, and I know there's a ton of graphics hardware, software rather, out there that you can use to simply make these type images. So let's move on to the shape library. Over here we have our shape tab, and this is kind of neat. We can use we've got a standard shape here we can use, so and we can customize this. We can customize the colors and the inner patterns in the frame and so on and so forth. So let's add a little something to this, and let's put a lighter color for the pattern. So you can do buttons like that kind of pattern. And then let me duplicate that on all states. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new button. We'll go to the Shape tab. We'll deselect Picture and select Shape. Put that here. And I'm going to few copies of that. And so now that we've got our shape defined here, I can just use our little check tool there, and it changes all of them to that. So yeah, I really like the shape. We've got some different formats that we can use on this. Got our little lamps, we got buttons. So just a real simple way to change several at once, and so on and so forth, by using these tabs over here. And that's our picture and shape libraries. Thanks for watching, and be sure to come back and see more. more of our instructional videos.